The bells of the convent tolled for the last time. High in the hills of Thessaly, where olive trees shivered beneath the autumn wind, 37 nuns gathered inside their fading chapel. They prayed beneath cracked frescoes, saints whose faces had been long scraped away by time and sorrow. On the horizon, fire shimmered. Ottoman banners fluttered like sparks across the mountains. No riders came from nearby towns. No soldiers remained to guard them, only the stillness before conquest. Their abbess, Sister Eleni of Lissa, held a silver crucifix, whispering, "If they breach our walls, keep your vows inside your hearts, for they cannot take them." But she was wrong. The first stones of the convent collapsed before sundown. The hymns drowned beneath iron and screams. The Ottomans shattered the gates with cannon fire, not wasting arrows on sacred places. Inside, the sisters hid their relics: silver chalices, embroidered icons, bone fragments of saints beneath the chapel floor, hoping their devotion might endure even if their bodies did not. By nightfall, those who remained were herded into the courtyard, robes shimmering gold and shadow in torchlight. They were promised mercy if they renounced their God. Sister Eleni's reply sealed their fate. "I have already given my life. What else can you take?" The soldiers struck her down, but she rose again, bloodied yet unbroken. "If you cannot hold the cross," she told her sisters, "hold each other." At dawn, 22 women, all that survived the assault, were torn and bound, then marched south toward the coast, stumbling from thirst and exhaustion. Sister Eleni walked among them, her wounds bound with strips of cloth from her own torn habit. When one sister fell, another sister threw herself over her to shield her from the soldiers' boots, remembering their abbess's words. At Topkapi Palace, the imperial council offered mercy if they converted. Not one sister yielded. Sister Eleni, standing despite her injuries, defied the Grand Vizier. "You may rename us, but you cannot rewrite the prayers we carry." They were sent to subterranean chambers, dressed in rough servant garments, forced into menial labor meant to break their spirit. Yet, beneath the palace, the sisters carved crosses into clay walls and created a secret chapel, symbols of defiance that no decree could erase. When guards passed, they fell silent. When alone, they sang in whispers. Even as some were dragged to execution, including Sister Eleni, taken one winter night after being discovered leading midnight prayer, the remaining sisters preserved their bond through memory and courage. Centuries later, archaeologists uncovered their hidden chapel, the faint carvings and prayers etched in stone. Lux in tenebris lucet. The light shines in the darkness. Though history tried to erase them, their devotion endured, silent but unbroken. Of the 22, records suggest only 7 lived to old age in palace servitude, their names lost, but their resistance remembered. If you've heard their story tonight, let it stay with you. Leave a comment, share your thoughts. And if you want more untold stories buried in history's shadows, subscribe and step deeper into the darkness with us, because some truths deserve to be remembered.